Now, Storm Watch 12 weather with meteorologist Josh Culbreath.
Welcome back to News Watch 12 midday, and this graphic continues to be just loaded with heat alerts, excessive heat warnings. That's shaded in pink, and then this orange color that represents heat advisories. And all these run until 9 p.m. on Saturday. So moral of the story, it's going to be very hot, excessively hot for at least the next few days. And we're already warming up quite nicely out there. Already a balmy 89 in Lakeview, 88 degrees for Klamath Falls, 80s, almost 90s for our west side valleys. Much cooler there along the coast in Brookings, where the temperature there is 58 degrees, so about 30 degrees cooler than what we're seeing inland. Air quality has been, of course, wavering throughout the past couple of days because of all the haze that is coming in from the smoke from the Oak Fire in central California. Just moderate for Grants Pass, Medford, Klamath Falls, and Wairika. Hopefully, it won't dip down any further than that. And you can see with this higher level smoke forecast, this big mass of yellow and orange that represents all of the smoke coming from the Oak Fire, and it just continues to swirl over the News Watch 12 viewing area for, at the very least, the next 48 hours. But I think tomorrow it starts to thin out a little bit, so maybe our air quality will improve and the haze will be a tad bit less noticeable. And I think that trend kind of carries over into Friday. All right, let's take a look at stormcasting a little bit later today. We'll have maybe some showers, maybe a few sprinkles. I think it's a little too dry for that, though. Mainly thunderstorms, though. Dry thunderstorms that are going to pop up adjacent to the Siskiyous and to the Cascades. The main concern with this will be some dry lightning. Now, as the sun goes down, of course, everything that popped up on Stormcast should wither away. But the main threat today, abundant lightning over critically dry fuels, and those fuels are starting to get just about as dry as they can get for this time of the year, especially in Klamath County. So that's why the Storm Prediction Center has outlined this area for wildfire starts in this brown area, and that again goes for the areas that are adjacent to the Cascades and Siskiyous. And then there's this other area in eastern Lake County that's not related to the monsoonal moisture, but we can have breezy winds, a very dry air mass, and of course, vegetation is also critically dry in that portion of the world. Today is going to be another record-breaking day as it pertains to the heat. We are looking likely to break those records in Medford, Klamath Falls, and Montague, daily temperature records, and we will be very close to that in Mount Shasta City. So for today, it's going to be hazy. It's going to be very hot. That's kind of stating the obvious. And again, we'll watch that threat for some wildfire starts to the south of the Siskiyous and along the Cascade Ridgeline and immediately to the east. And then overnight, it'll still be hazy, but temperatures will back off only slightly, though, near 60 degrees over on the east side. We have a tough time for the second night in a row, dipping below 70 degrees in Medford and Wairika, and we'll be in the 50s there along the coast, where the marine layer will continue to hang tough and provide some fog. So we haven't seen the worst of this yet. It's all going to crescendo, I should say, on Thursday and Friday, and then those temperatures will back off ever so slightly into the beginning of next week. Here's your 7-day forecast along the coast, keeping things pretty cool relative to what we're going to see inland. Temperatures staying in the 60s, introducing a very small chance for some showers on Tuesday. And then for Siskiyou County, we are going to be very hot, at least above 100 degrees for the next 5 days, cooling off a little bit into Monday and Tuesday. But as we have that storm system that's going to come through here, it's looking like it'll be a dry storm system, but it'll drop our temperatures down. Something that's going to come with that are some windier conditions. We'll observe that over on the east side as well. So critically dry vegetation, gusty winds, potentially a dry air mass. Obviously, that does not bode well for fire danger. And the same thing for what we're going to see in the Cascades Saturday and Sunday. More threats for showers, but primarily thunderstorms. And then for the Rogue Valley, dangerous, life-threatening heat over the next 4 days, thankfully cooling off a little bit into next week.
And looking at the pattern that we have for the next few days, I know that people are kind of used to the heat, but should we really be kind of ramping up our response to the heat and our awareness, knowing that these temperatures are just going to continue to increase?
Definitely, yeah. We've gotten a lot of comments on some social media sites saying, well, this is the summer. It's supposed to be hot. It's not supposed to be this hot. The hottest temperature all time in Medford, of course, so we tied that last year in June of 2021. It was 115 degrees. We're only going to be 4 degrees off from that on Friday. So like I mentioned, a dangerous situation, a life-threatening situation, so definitely be drinking plenty of fluids. Try to stay in the AC, go to one of the many cooling shelters across the Newswatch 12 viewing area, and just be safe out there.
Yeah, and I think for people who say that, just to put this into context, I mean, it is hotter this week here than it is in somewhere like Phoenix, Arizona. So this is a type of heat that none of us expect and can absolutely become dangerous in just a matter of minutes.
Definitely. We shouldn't try to normalize this because this is not normal.
No, I don't want to live in a Rogue Valley where 111 is normal.
No.
Okay, thank you, Josh.
Of course.